Episode 2 from Page to Zoom, Dog Sees God. Go ahead. Brian?
Lights up.
Something happened.
Lights up on a very good look. Lights up on a very large looking, but rather lights up.
All right, I'm just going to get started, Brian. Don't worry about it.
Internet.
Am I freezing or not?
Yeah, bad phrasing. All right. Dear Pen Pal, I know it's been a few years since I last wrote you. I hope you're still there. I'm not sure you ever were. Never got any letters back from you when I was a kid, but in a way, it was always very therapeutic. Everyone else judges everything I say, and here you are, some anonymous person who never says boo. Maybe you just read my letters and laughed, or maybe you didn't read my letters, or maybe you don't even exist. It was pretty frustrating when I was young, but now I'm glad that you won't respond. Just listen. That's what I want. My dog died. I don't know if you remember, but I had a beagle. He was a good dog, my best friend. I'd had him as far back as I can remember, but one day last month, I went out to feed him and he didn't come bounding out of his red doghouse like usual. I called his name, but no response. I knelt down and called out his name, still nothing. I looked in the doghouse and there was blood everywhere. Cowering in the corner was my dog. His eyes were wild and there was an excessive amount of saliva coming out of his mouth. He was unrecognizable. He looked both frightened and frightening at the same time. The blood belonged to a little yellow bird that had always been around. My dog and the bird used to play together. In a strange way, it was almost like they were best friends. I know that sounds stupid, but anyway, the bird had been mangled, ripped apart by my dog. When he saw that I could see what he'd done, his face changed to sadness and he let out a sound that felt like the word help. Reached my hand into his doghouse. I know it was a dumb thing to do, but he looked like he needed me. His jaws snapped and I jerked my hand away before he could bite me. We called a center and they came and took him away. Later that day, they put him to sleep. They gave me his corpse in a cardboard box. When my dog died, that was when the rain cloud came back and everything went to hell.
CB's sister enters wearing what can only be described as a black wedding dress. She is holding a wooden cross, which she places on the ground in front of him. CB and his sister are standing beside each other, staring at a wooden cross. A long silence passes. She takes a box of cigarettes out of her purse that is shaped like a coffin. She offers the box to him, and he refuses it.
Mom will kill you if she sees you smoking.
Well, when she does, I hope you'll have the decency to bury me in an actual cemetery rather than the backyard. Do you think we should say a prayer or something?
I guess.
Okay, you can say it.
I don't want to.
Well, neither do I.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, stop being so melodramatic, Charles. No one's asking for a eulogy, just a simple prayer. Ask the earth to watch over him or something.
He's dead. There's not a whole lot of that necessary.
You're so morbid. What about his next life? I think we should pray to Hecate and ask her to make him a human, someone we meet and become friends with.
What?
Hecate, the goddess of death. She's also the goddess of reincarnation. It's Wiccan.
Oh, so you're Wiccan this week. Glad that's cleared up. I can't keep your personality straight. Last week, you go with a friend to a Baptist church, come home and proceed to tell Mom, Dad, and I that we're going to hell because we watch TV. A mere 9 days later, you're Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. We can't keep up with you. Find an identity.
You're one to talk.
What could you possibly mean by that? I'm always the same.
That's nothing to brag about. Just drop it, okay? You don't tell me how to live my life, and I won't tell you how to live yours.
I thought there'd be a bigger turnout. Well, he was popular. All our friends loved him. I just thought people would actually show up to pay their respect.
You invited our friends.
A few.
You're so embarrassing.
You're dressed like the bride of Frankenstein, and I'm embarrassing?
Shut up about my dress.
This is not the way he would have wanted his funeral.
He was a dog, Charles. They shit on the ground and lick themselves. Ceremony is probably not key here. He was just a fucking dog.
Oh, yeah? Well, he was my fucking dog. So fuck you.
He was my fucking dog, too.
He never liked you.
I suppose he told you this.
He didn't have to as a parent. He barely tolerated you.
Oh, I hate you.
Ooh, big loss.
You're a dickhead, CB.
Just say the fucking prayer!
He was your dog, you say it.
Brian, you're muted.
CB and Van sit on a park bench. Van is smoking a joint. He offers it to CB.
You want to hit this?
No, thanks.
It's kind, bud. You sure, man?
No, I'm good.
I've been meaning to tell you. Sorry about your dog.
Thanks, man.
He was a good dog.
Yeah, it was.
But he was old. It was long past his time. Still, he was a good dog.
What do you think happens when we die?
Do you mean like, do I believe in heaven?
Yeah.
Nah, man. I'm a Buddhist.
Since when?
It's kind of a new development.
Well, what do Buddhists believe happens when you die?
Buddha believed that one of two things happened. Either you were reborn or that you dissolved into nothingness. Oddly enough, the former is punishment and the latter reward. We Buddhists believe that the corporeal body is the source of all suffering and a liberation from the body into nothingness, or nirvana is the fucking way to go.
Don't you find that depressing?
Liberation?
No, nothingness.
I think it's kind of like, I think I kind of like to be nothingness. Because even nothing is something, right? What am I holding in my hand?
Nothing?
One would say that, yes. But in that nothingness is 1,000 things, right? Particles and atoms and tens of thousands of things that we might not even know about yet. I could be holding in my hand the secrets of the universe and the answers to everything.
You're stoned.
Damn straight.
So you giving up Rastafarianism?
I've kept some of their more important philosophies. Why this interest in the afterlife? Is this about your dog?
I'm just curious.
Dude, we all have to let go of things from our childhood. Do you remember when you and my sister burned my blanket to teach me that lesson?
Yeah. It was only 2 months ago. If I'd known that it would lead her to being, well, I wouldn't have let her do it.
I was so pissed at you guys.
The thing was fucking nasty, man.
Still, y'all suck.
I think you were about to make a point.
I was? Fuck, yo, I'm stoned.
Never mind. I think I got it.
My point is, Chuck B, that life, it does go on, even without the things that have been there since the beginning. The things that we think define us don't mean shit in the grand scheme of things. Us defines us, not things or other people or pets. Like me without my blanket, it's still me. I miss my fucking blanket though. That was a dick thing you all did.
3 words for you, bro. Pubic lice infestation.
Could have been fixed.
Hey, we let you keep the ashes.
I smoked them.
You what?
I rolled them with some good herb and smoked that shit up.
That's sick.
Now my blanket and I are like one forever.
Dude, that's seriously disturbed, dog.
We all handle grief in different ways.
Can't be good for you.
Dude, showed you two trying to mess with my shit. Ha!
Hey, how is your sister doing?
She's good. Doctors say that she's getting better.
You miss her?
Yep. I miss the bitch.
So do I.
This conversation is a major downer, amigo. Dead dogs, missing sisters, burning blankets. Let's talk about something happy.
Like what? Crying? Okay, I'm gonna do it. They sit in silence, lights fade slowly out. I don't know what happened. You there?
My computer keeps freezing. My bad.
All right, that's fine.
You-
Tim, why don't you read the
You want me
stage
to
chart?
drop out? It just came back.
Go ahead.
Did you?
Page 10.
Oh. Yep. They sit in silence. The lights faded slowly out. A piercing loud sound. I have no clue where we're at. Then.
All right, I'll just read.
I am sorry.
It's
my
the great
computer just
pussy,
kept
Charlie
freezing.
Brown. A piercingly loud school bell rings.
And I
Welcome to
can't hear you
Thursday
again.
morning. CB stands center stage wearing his backpack. Matt enters. He is extremely attractive and just as obnoxious.
CB, my nigga, what is up, dog?
Not much, man.
Are we going to this party on Saturday?
Where?
Oh, shoot. Marcy's parents are out of town. Plenty of virginity. Hey, I think Marcy's all into you. Maybe it's time y'all are all into her. You know what I'm saying?
He humps the air and then gets serious.
Oh, hey, man. Sorry about your dog. It's rough.
Yeah, thanks.
You could probably use that shit to get some pussy. Bitches are suckers for that shit. Best sex I ever had was when I told this girl that my mom kicked it. She consoled me for 4 hours straight. Ugh! If you can whip up a few fake tears, it'll definitely help the cause. Life has no meaning. Why couldn't it have been me? Oh yeah, baby. Oh, I'm almost there. That's good. That's real good. Mom would have wanted it this way. Ugh. I'm telling you, it works like a charm. Plus, girls are suckers for animals. A dead dog? That's nice.
Now you're gonna make a great father one day.
Fuck that shit, yo.
Hey, man, what do you think happens when you die?
Well, that's a good question, CB. I'm glad you asked. It's something I thought about many times. And the way I see it is, okay, look, when you start out life, you're coming out of this gigantic vagina that's bigger than you are, right?
Right.
Well, I think when we die, we're going back in. Except this time, it's not our moms.
I know where your head's at.
You know where my head's been.
Pulls out a bag of Coke and does a bump.
You want?
No, thanks.
I love pussy. I love pussy. I love pussy. I love pussy. I love pussy.
Beethoven enters walking across the stage carrying school books. He rolls his eyes at Matt as he passes.
What the fuck you looking at, cocksucker? Yo, did you see the way that fucking faggot just looked at me? You fucking fairy. I'll fucking kick your fucking ass. I fucking hate that kid, man.
CB's sister charges on stage and pushes Matt. This time she's wearing gangsta bitch attire.
Leave him alone. Why are you so mean to him?
Aren't you missing the Barbie tea party?
Why are you such a dick?
What was that? You said you wanted to suck my dick?
You are so gross.
CB, is it okay if your sister sucks my dick?
I can't believe you let him talk to people like that.
Fuck off, Squirt.
Squirt being the operative word here.
You guys are disgusting.
She starts to leave, but then turns around and a smile spreads across her face.
Hey, Matt, question for you. Where do swine live?
She runs off stage. Matt clenches his fists, rages, cursing all through his body. CB puts a hand on his shoulders and he relaxes.
You know how I feel about people calling me that!
Ease up. She didn't say it. Deep breath. Let it go.
Because she's your sister and you're my best friend, I won't beat the shit out of her.
And then there's that whole thing about her being a girl, too.
Oh, right.
You do have a temper, dude.
Dude, and it all started with that little faggot. I fucking hate that kid, dude. He's always looking at me like he's in love with me. I fucking hate that kid.
They exit. How you doing over there, Brian? The pianist and the platypus. Beethoven walks across the stage as before carrying his book. CB's sister runs on after him.
Hey, Beethoven, wait up.
Oh, God.
Despite his trying to get away, she catches up to him.
Hey, don't let those guys get to you.
I don't.
They're just assholes.
Okay.
Where are you going?
It's lunch period.
Yeah, you want to sit together?
I'm not going to the cafeteria.
Where are you going?
I've got stuff to do.
Are you coming to the drama club meeting after school?
I'm not in the drama club.
Oh, you should be. It's really fun.
Aren't you the only member?
Well, yeah, but it's given me a lot of time to work on my one-woman show. I think I'm thinking about calling it Cocooning into Platypus. Do you like that title?
Sure. Why not?
It's about a caterpillar who longs to evolve into a platypus instead of a butterfly. It's sort of a metaphor for, well...
He starts to exit.
Are you going to Marcy's party on Saturday?
I rather not gnaw off my left arm.
He leaves. She calls out after him.
Maybe we could get together this weekend. I could do your tarot cards, or maybe we could go to a poetry reading or something.
No response.
Bye.
Lights out. Spork. Cafeteria, lunchtime. Two girls, Trisha and Marcy, enter with their lunch trays and take a seat at an empty table.
So he was all like, whoa, 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 whoa. He's such a dick. So I'm like, excuse me, Mr. Von Pfefferkorn, but just because I can't define metaphor doesn't mean I don't know what one is, you stupid buttwad.
You called Mr. Von Pfefferkorn a buttwad?
No, of course not. I added that to the story for dramatic purposes.
Oh.
I begged and pleaded to God not to put me in his class. I wanted to be in Mr. Griffin's lit class. He gives A's to anyone with tits. But no, I get the fag.
Do you really think Mr. Von Pfefferkorn is a fag?
Well, if he were straight, then obviously I wouldn't be failing his class. The thing is, I really think that God is punishing me for sleeping with Fatty Fat Frida's boyfriend.
You slept with Craig Wandikowski?
I blew him. You knew that! I totally told you right after it happened.
You did not.
I so did.
Ew.
I was drunk, okay? Speaking of, is anybody looking?
No, sir.
Sweetie, you've got to stop calling me that.
Over the following dialogue, Trisha reaches into her backpack and produces a large bottle of vodka. She pours a large amount in her milk carton. She passes it to Marcy, who does the same. Trisha quickly puts the bottle back into her backpack. Marcy produces a bottle of Kahlua from her backpack, and they repeat this action. They take their cartons, close them, and shake vigorously in unison.
I think I did it. Subconsciously, just because I fucking hate Frida Fatass.
Isn't she our friend?
Oh, please. She's a bulimic wannabe.
You are so cruel.
Well, it's true, isn't it? I mean, seriously, whenever one of us is upset over a real problem, she has to butt her fat ass in and start crying about how she can't stop puking in her food or up her food. It's so pathetic. I swear to God, if I have to hear her bitch one more time about how Craig won't sleep with her until she loses weight, I'm going to stick my foot up her ass. That is, if I can find the entrance. And if she's bulimic, will someone please tell me why she's such a heifer? I mean, come on, Frida. She told me the other day that she was on a diet, and I was thinking, like, what? You can't eat anything larger than your head? Survey says, you're fat. Take your finger out of your throat and drag your ass to Lane Bryant. And speaking of her fashion sense, why is she always wearing that shirt that says WWJD? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Who wants jelly donuts?
I think it's what would Jesus do?
Well, he wouldn't wear that ugly ass shirt with those nasty ass spandex shorts. Spandex. Who wears spandex? Somebody needs to explain camel toe to her. Her body is so gross. I'm just the president of the itty bitty titty committee. I'm also a client. Blech. What would Jesus do? He wouldn't let Daryl Farmer finger him under the bleachers during a pep rally, that's for damn sure. Now what should we drink to?
How about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness?
Marcy, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes you're real bland.
Screw you, I'm not.
Well, hello. There's 1,000 things in this world to toast to, and you pick the lamest one ever.
Okay, here's to tater tots.
Well, that's slightly more interesting. The spork is a great invention. Simple, but effective. It's like, who came up with it?
Trisha makes them another round.
The spork was invented in the 1940s. After the war, when the U.S. Army occupied Japan, General MacArthur decreed that the use of chopsticks was uncivilized and the conquered should use forks and spoons like, quote, the civilized world. But fearing that the Japanese might rise up, revolt, and retake their country with their forks, he and the U.S. Army invented the much less dangerous spork, which was then introduced into the public schools. But really, all a spork is a plastic descendant of the reusable spoon.
Trisha's shot.
Okay. How did you know that?
Can you keep a secret?
Can Frida eat a moon pie in only 2 bites?
I'm the smartest person in the world.
Yeah, and she's the skinniest.
No, it's true. I was part of this government experiment in elementary school. It was a drug that made kids like super geniuses, able to retain everything they learned. But the drug had a side effect.
Acne?
Shut up, bitch. You know I'm sensitive about that.
Sorry, why don't you just go to a dermatologist?
Can I please finish my story? So, this miracle super genius drug fucks with all the kids' hormones and turns everybody into like horny children. Like all these third graders are running around humping like everything.
So it's like Flintstone shaped Viagra?
No, but they were orange.
That is so weird. You were really smart when we were kids.
Got you. You believe anything. My script disappeared. No, come back. What page were we on?
20.
19. Oh, yeah.
19.
19.
Okay. Got it. Oh, got you. You should have to drink purely based on your gullibility.
You are such a snatch.
You'll believe anything.
How did you know all this stuff about the spork?
Duh, I looked it up on the internet. Every time we do this, you pick up a spork and say, the spork is such a great invention. I wonder where it came from. So I decided that I was going to be ready one day with the answer.
How brilliant of you.
There's a moment of silence. They both finish off their drinks. Trisha turns hers over and nothing comes out. She pulls the bottle of vodka out of her bag and pours a shitload of it into the empty milk carton. Marcy slides her carton over and Trisha refills hers as well. They both begin to down the vodka.
I'm depressed.
They look at each other and break out into inebriated laughter. CB and Matt enter with trays and sit with them. Trisha and Marcy try to act normal. Hey,
What's up, sluts?
You wish.
What's up?
nothing.
Sorry we couldn't make it to your dog's funeral.
It's okay.
But don't you think it's kind of weird having a funeral for a dog?
I mean, I guess. Whatever.
Well, he's in a better place. You want a drink?
No thanks.
Oh, shit. You guys are wasted.
What do you mean by a better place?
I don't know. Like doggy heaven or something.
You really believe that?
Hell no.
Not a chance.
I was just saying it to be polite.
You don't believe in heaven?
Well, yeah, for people, but dogs? I don't think so.
So what happens to them?
Maggot food? Sorry, but that's what I think. So does Marcy. Dogs are gross. And if there are dogs in heaven, I want to go to hell.
You're probably going there anyway.
Probably. Hey, we can carpool.
Ah,
See you guys.
So Matt, are you coming to Marcy's party?
Matt takes out a bottle of hand sanitizer from his pocket and uses it.
I don't know. Gotta check my calendar.
You don't even know how to read. That's okay. I like them dumb.
you should bring CB with you.
CB said he'd only go if you give him head and let him come on your tits.
You're a pig! What? I didn't say it!
He lets go of his anger and smiles. Marcy takes a handful of tater tots from his plate.
Whoa! You can't touch my food like that!
Why not?
Why not? Oh, it's Marcy, not me.
Oh, man, don't chew with your mouth open. That's disgusting. Look, there are germs all over your hands. So when you put your hand in somebody else's food, you contaminate that person's food. When you talk with your mouth open, little pieces of nasty food mixed up with your saliva, in turn, fly out of your mouth and on other people's plates. It's fucking gross. And now I can't fucking eat like this.
He stands and exits. Marcy and Trisha are just staring at him.
I don't get. He used to wallow in filth. A virtual cloud of dirt followed him everywhere he went, and now he's like some germaphobe? And the nickname thing, it's like, who cares?
He does.
I'm gonna have sex with him at your party.
Do you think CB will come?
On your tits, apparently.
Be serious.
$5 says I can get Matt in bed before you can get CB.
Oh, you're on.
The girls shake hands. Lights out. The Viper's Nest. Lights up on Beethoven playing Chopin's Prelude No. 4 in E minor on the piano. He has a black eye. CB enters unseen by Beethoven. He stands and listens to the music as if hypnotized by it. He begins to cry silently, but then accidentally lets out a sob. Beethoven abruptly stops, spins around, and sees him. CB pulls himself together.
You're not supposed to be in here. I have permission to practice during lunch, but nobody else is supposed to be in here.
Just give me a second. He continues to try and pull himself together. Beethoven continues to play. You've gotten really good. I mean, you always were, but who wrote that? Beethoven?
Chopin.
Oh. God, this is really embarrassing. My dog died. He got rabies. They had to put him under. I looked up rabies on the internet. It's an acute viral infection. It's transmitted through infected saliva. I guess he must have been bitten by something that had it, maybe a fox or a raccoon. Bats can have it too. It travels from the bite to the spinal cord and the brain. Then the victim gets a really high fever and uncontrollable excitement and spasms of the throat muscles. That's what causes them to salivate. They can't swallow water. Another word for the infection is hydrophobia, which of course means fear of water. Can you imagine not being able to swallow? That must suck. It's weird. We had him vaccinated when he was a puppy. I guess it doesn't always work. We had a funeral for him. Well, my sister and me did. I think I was supposed to say something. But I couldn't think of anything to say. I just stood there frozen like an idiot. I couldn't think of a fucking thing. My brain went numb, and that's never happened to me before. I mean, there's always something going up down there, right? And even in the subconscious, my head was completely blank, and it was so uncomfortable. People meditate to clear their minds. I don't get that. I don't ever want to have a clear mind again. It made me feel faint. I guess I was thinking by burying him that I'd have some closure or feel his presence there or something, and I didn't, and that just freaked me out. So I don't know. I mean, have you ever had someone close to you die and you can't stop thinking about them and what's happened to them? It's like you're stuck in this morbid place, and death is the only thing you could think about. And sometimes you feel like your head is going to explode, and it makes you think you're not even there. That maybe you're dead too. Beethoven slams his fist down on the piano, making a cacophonous chord. What?
Well, it's just so that you haven't spoken to me in years, except to call me a faggot or to dislocate my shoulder. And all of a sudden, I got a stream of conscious monologue about your dead dog while I'm trying to spend the only moments of my day that don't truly suck. And you see, there's some missing component to this conversation of an attentive listener. A siege, I suppose. Forgive my bluntness, but please don't hit me. But I could give two shits about you and your vacant mind, or your morbid curiosities, or your dead fucking dog. So why don't you just leave?
I never dislocated your shoulder.
According to my doctor, you did. In shop class last spring, you twisted my arm behind my back and told me that you wouldn't let go until I said that. And I quote, "I like it up the ass."
Well, I was just playing around with you.
That makes me feel a lot better. At least I knew it was all in good fun. Now I remember. Through my screaming and the searing pain, I definitely recall hearing laughter. Anyway, I can contribute to the fun of the group.
We were just messing with you.
Fuck you, CV. I'd rather you say we beat the shit out of you because we can't stand you than to say you're just messing with me. That implies light teasing or slightly oblivious behavior. I haven't had lunch in the cafeteria in 2.5 years for fear of going home with some part of me smeared across my shirt. I haven't been in the bathroom on campus since the time my head got slammed to the wall. I believe you were there.
I didn't do that.
Yeah? Well, you didn't stop it either. The faculty doesn't care. You know what I'm so sick of hearing? They only pick on you because of their own insecurities. The classic guidance counselor line. "Oh, geez, Mrs. Blank, since you put it that way, my head doesn't hurt much anymore." And what really kills me is that everybody wonders why kids bring guns to school and shoot you fuckers down. Maybe you're not the bully, but you stand idly by and watch. In my eyes, that makes you even worse. So, please, just go.
Maybe if you didn't just act so much.
What, CB? How do I act?
Well, gay.
And how does one act gay? By playing the piano? Oh, it must be all those times I ordered the football team. Maybe I'll stop carrying around a pink purse or openly sucking dick in plain view of the entire student body. What? What is it?
You're being hostile, and I'm just trying to talk to you like a civilized human.
I don't want to talk to you. I just want to be left alone. I don't need social pointers. All I need from you is an apology for the 5 minutes that you stolen from my day.
See, this is why you don't have any friends.
I think we both know why I don't have any friends.
Oh, don't be so melodramatic.
Melodramatic? You're here crying about a dead dog, and I'm being melodramatic.
Just shut the fuck up about my dog, okay?
Or what? You hit me? Go ahead. I'll show you how people get hurt, and don't run away to cry like a big fucking baby.
Beethoven shoves CB. He's had it. CB doesn't fight back. Beethoven is hitting him as hard as he can, but CB isn't budging. Beethoven relents, and CB begins to laugh, and his laugh is getting bigger and bigger.
What's so funny, asshole?
I'm sorry. Nothing.
I don't see nothing to laugh at.
It's just that I was scared for you for like a second.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
No, it's okay. I deserved it.
It was insensitive of me.
See, now that's gay. Promise me you won't bring a gun to school.
I don't know where to get one.
You know, I think my sister has a crush on you. I read her diary. There's a lot of mention of you. He's so artistic. He's so isolated.
You were one of my best friends. You all were. And then one day, it all changed. I just don't get it.
It's no consolation, but, well, can I be honest?
Yeah.
No one knew what to say to you after your dad got arrested. It was awkward.
It was more awkward for me.
I'm sorry that we weren't there for you.
That means a lot.
See, now you're being sarcastic again.
No, I wasn't. That was me in the most sincere form.
It's hard to tell with you. Truce?
I wasn't fighting a war, but okay. Truce.
He shakes his hand. Their hands are together for longer than expected. CB pulls his away. Are you?
Gay? I don't know. I never had sex, so it'd be hard to say at this point.
But what about?
My dad? When your father fucks you up in the ass, I don't think that's considered sex.
Do you remember how my dog used to howl whenever you played the piano?
Yeah. I always found it pretty insulting.
He was singing along. What do you think happens to pets when they die?
They go to heaven.
You believe in heaven?
Sure. There has to be some reward for having to live through this.
And you think there are animals there in heaven?
The wolf would live with the lamb, the leopard would lie down with the goat, and the calf and the lion and the yearling together, and a little child will lead them. The cow will feed with the bear. Their young will lie down together, and the lion will eat straw like the ox. The infant will play near the hole of the cobra, and the young child puts his hand into the viper's nest.
But my dog killed a living thing. Wouldn't God, I don't know, wouldn't he be mad?
He was sick, CB. He couldn't help it.
He looks at CB, he looks depressed.
You know, they say a dog sees God in his master. A cat looks in the mirror.
Oh, I hate cats.
Me too.
CB stares at him for a long moment, then smiles. He stands up and walks over to the piano. He sits down and begins to play the bass part of Heart and Soul. Beethoven stands and joins him at the piano to play the treble part, of course stylistically. CB stops, prompting Beethoven to as well. He looks at him again for a long moment. He grabs Beethoven and kisses him. Long and passionately, he pulls away.
Matt,
That
was rather unexpected.
CB stares at him almost blankly. Then he stands and exits, leaving Beethoven a little out of sorts. Lights out. Drama. Lights up on CB's sister. She performs to the audience. The following can only be described as bad.
Metamorphosis, transformation, evolution, change. I am a teenage caterpillar. I know of these things, for soon I'll spin a cocoon And from the silk life craft that I will create, a magnificent creature will emerge. No, not a butterfly. For butterflies are a dime a dozen, destined to flit about for a day or so, then drop dead. Or have its wings ripped off by a demented child. Or have its body pinned to a piece of cheap foam core and matted underneath a cheap frame and hung in the bathroom of an elderly woman who reeks of Preparation H and Vicks Vapor Rub. This will not be my fate. This cannot be my fate. I will become a platypus. It's not impossible. It's just never been done before. It's not only a matter of time, you see. If I stay in my cocoon longer, I'll change from a butterfly to a swallow, and then from a swallow to a duck, and then from a duck to a platypus. It's all just a matter of time, and time I have. I will wait to become a platypus. I will be an extraordinary creature.
Lights fade as she pulls a silk scarf from her pocket and begins to wrap it around herself. You're invited. Lights up on Marcy. Cashmere's You Got Me Up begins a beat thumb sound. As Marcy delivers the following, the cast, with the exception of Beethoven, enters and positions themselves around the stage. As they get to their marks, they stand like statues scattered around the space. You're muted.
You are cordially invited to the party of the year. My folks went to Bali and left my ass here. So what better way to get my revenge than throwing a shindig that would make them both cringe? We'll have some cake, some soaked chips, and some cash, or else just bring from your parents' stash. I'm sure that someone will bring some grass. Remember the rule, puff, puff, pass. Anyone who plans on dropping E will have to bring a pill for me. Anyone up for a little phys ed, well, you can use my parents' bed. So, Mommy and Daddy, I'm sure will regret. I'm throwing a party you'll never forget.
A strange melody plays over the beat, prompting the gang to begin dancing bizarrely as they did when they were younger. The song explodes, and so do they. They launch into a rousing dance, first by themselves, but then they begin to partner up. This is the most sexual dance you've ever seen by teenagers. Eventually, they're all grinding against each other in a line, boy, girl, of course. CB's sister disappears to refill her cup. Beethoven enters carefully. He's holding a cup and sipping slowly. Matt spots him.
What the fuck is he doing here?
The fuck are
What the fuck are you doing here?
Hey,
Music
what's up, man?
stops.
I think you must have missed the fine print at the bottom of the invitation that said, no queers. Dude, I'm sorry you came all this way, buddy, but you're gonna have to turn around and follow the breadcrumbs back to that little house of yours.
Matt, dude, chill. There's nothing wrong with him being here. We're having a good time.
We were, until he walked in.
Leave him alone, man. Let him stay.
CB, my parents would kill me if they knew there was a homosexual in our house.
Marcy, there are 7 people upstairs on ecstasy fucking in your parents' bed. Relax.
Hey! Don't I know you, faggot?
She
Oh
falls
my
down.
god.
Spilling her beer all over Beethoven, the girls run over to her and begin fanning her, freaking out.
See? Look! Now that he's here, people are starting to die.
I'm leaving. Prick.
Beethoven throws his cup down. Matt lunges at him. CB's able to grab him and keep him away. No! Don't go! Matt, calm down. Go inside and get a beer or something.
Oh, no. I'm not going anywhere until this little faggot has walked his faggoty ass out of here.
He's not going anywhere.
DB, shut up. I'm leaving.
No.
Yeah, isn't your dad waiting for you?
CB grabs Matt's arm and twists it behind his back. Matt screams in pain. The gang gasps.
Ah! What the fuck are you doing, man?
Apologize to him right now.
Fuck! No!
CB twists his arm further. Another scream.
Let him go, CB.
Dude, turn him loose. He's your friend.
So is he. He pushes Matt to the ground. They all run over from the still passed out Trisha to Matt.
I'm gonna kill you.
You guys make me sick. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Good. He grabs him and kisses him again in front of everyone. They all gasp really loud this time. Everything is still. CB's sister drops her drink.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, I think I'm gonna puke.
Me
Me
too.
too.
Oh,
What did you just do?
I think we need to get out of here now. Lights out. Aftermath. Lights up on Beethoven and CB.
That was a very stupid thing you did.
Was it?
You realize we can't go back to school now, don't you? Well, you can, but I can't.
Where do you want to go? I have a car. We can leave tonight. I'm game. Let's go.
Are you on crack? I'm not running away with you. I never want to see you again as long as I live. In fact, I think I hate you. Why did you think that would be what do you think that would accomplish? Did you not stop to think about what it would mean to me?
Are you sorry that I did it?
Yes,
Did I kiss you or did I kiss you in front of them?
both.
And I'm sorry. I thought that you wanted me too.
Well, it's mighty presumptuous of you. This is also weird.
Look, I'll tell them all that it was me just trying to prove a point.
What point would that be?
I don't know. It's okay to be different.
You needed me as a visual aid?
I can fix things.
I don't think you can.
I was sticking up for you. That's what you said you wanted.
Sticking up for me is one thing. Sticking your tongue in my mouth in front of everybody is quite another. I can't believe you done this to me. What am I going to do?
You could kiss me.
Okay.
Beethoven throws himself onto CB and they kiss. CB begins taking his shirt off, but Beethoven won't let him. While they're still making out, the lights fade. The Hangover. The sound of a rooster crowing. Lights up on Trisha, Marcy, and Matt sitting on the ground. Matt is shirtless. Trisha's wearing sunglasses and is probably still very intoxicated. Marcy is staring dreamily at Matt. The following is delivered slowly, except for Marcy, who has an overabundant amount of energy.
Did it really happen last night? Did I dream it?
No, we definitely had threesome. Well, Trisha passed out pretty early on. But
No, I meant the part about CB kissing that thing last night.
that happened too.
You guys have to scream. Shit. Talk more.
Sorry, sweetie.
It's fucked up. We showered together after practice. Like, what if he rapes me or something?
That is fucked up. But I had a really good time with you, though.
I mean, CB! Come on! Who knew?
I was thinking maybe we could go see a movie tonight or something.
Do you think they have sex and shit?
Do you remember how you told me you loved me last night? Did you mean it?
Does anyone have a cigarette?
I can't wrap my mind around this.
I want yogurt.
Hey, Matt, why don't you
I
and
like
I
yogurt.
go in the hot tub while Trisha goes to the store and gets yogurt?
Yo, what if he thinks about me when he jerks off?
I don't want to go anywhere.
Sure you do.
Climbs up and starts to drag Trisha out.
Let go of me, freak.
Yo, this is all that little faggot's fault. I don't know what he did to CB, but I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I don't feel good.
Lights out. Our Sister of Mercy. Lights up on CB's sister who's crying. Van walks in and sees her. He sits down beside her.
What's wrong?
I hate him.
Who?
My brother, you moron.
Because he's gay?
I can't believe this. Everybody's treating me like a leper because I'm forced to share the same house as him. We share the same bathroom. And then what if I get some gay disease?
That would suck. But come on, you're smarter than that. What is this really about?
You knew how I felt about Beethoven.
Have you voiced your concerns to him?
I don't want to talk to him.
You want to smoke?
Pulls out a pipe.
I guess. I've never done it before. How do I do it?
He shows her the pipe.
Here, I'll teach you. This is the carb. Put your finger over it. Just hold, suck, let go of the carb, and continue sucking.
She does this as he lights it for her. She breathes in and keeps it in like a pro.
I've never smoked pot before.
She exhales with ease.
I smoked my blanket.
It's not fair. And why does he have to be my brother?
Maybe it's because you have the same parents or something.
You think I should tell my parents? I mean, maybe if I did, they'd send him away.
They should send him to Amsterdam. I think a lot of homos go to Amsterdam. I want to go to Amsterdam. Not because I'm homo. You can smoke everywhere in Amsterdam. I definitely want to go to Amsterdam.
You're retarded.
Perhaps I am. Hey, you know what would be the perfect revenge? If you had sex with your brother's best friend. Guys really hate that.
Ew, I'm not losing my virginity to you.
Well, I think he'd be equally upset by you giving his best friend a blowjob.
I guess. I've never done it before. How do I do it?
Here, I'll teach you.
Lights off. The psychiatrist is in. Lights up on what looks like a booth. There is a chair facing it. Behind it sits Van's sister. There's a sign at the corner of the booth that says the doctor is in. CB enters and Van's sister smiles.
You've been all my life.
Hey!
Sit down, sit down.
The doctor is in?
Boy, is she ever.
Very funny.
I thought you might like it. How have you been? How is everybody? Ugh, I miss you guys.
Everybody's pretty much the same. How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing really well. I've taken up knitting. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's been really good for me. And I made you something.
She holds up a scarf, but it's not nearly as interesting as the handcuffs that are restraining her hands. It's beautiful. Wow. Thanks.
The guards will give it to you on your way out.
I'll wear it often. Don't the handcuffs seem a little unnecessary?
You kidding? I love them. They're kinky. And you know me.
I do.
Besides, it's for your protection.
I'm not scared.
Maybe you should be.
When are you getting out of here already?
As soon as I can say 3 simple words. Fire is bad. But I'm not in any hurry to rush out of here. I mean, they've got me on great drugs. Can I just say I love lithium? You've got to try it.
Don't say shit like that. There are people who miss you out there.
Well, those people out there are just as crazy as the ones in here. Did that sound cliche?
Maybe not as much as I love lithium.
I miss you. I think you should burn something down and you can join me in here. We would have so much fun.
Oh, God. They're not letting you make Kool-Aid, are they?
Ha ha, very funny. So, what's going on in your life?
Not much. I'm failing like 3 classes. I kissed Beethoven. And my sister's decided she's Wiccan this week. But that's just this week. I mean, she's gone.
What?
Wiccan. It's some sort of spooky goth thing. I don't really get it.
You kissed who?
It wasn't a big deal. I kissed him last night at a party in front of everybody, although it wasn't the first time. I kissed him on Wednesday, too. Or was it Thursday? No, it was Thursday.
Wait. Slow down. Beethoven? Skinny, dorky Beethoven that we all make fun of.
Yeah, the same one you were in love with.
When I was 8? This is a joke, right? My brother put you up to this, didn't he?
Nope, true story.
Was it like a dare or something?
No.
You just kissed him out of nowhere.
Yeah, sort of.
And you're okay with this.
I think so.
So
So,
what does this mean?
I don't know.
Did you like it?
I wanted to do it
Why?
because I felt like it.
Major parts of this story are missing, CB. What happened?
Well, the first time we were in the auditorium.
At school?
Yeah, and we were talking. Actually, we were fighting, and then we were talking, and I just kissed him.
And the second time?
Party at Marcy's house.
And people saw.
Oh, they saw all right. I wanted them to.
Oh my God. I don't believe this.
Is it so hard to believe?
I am so proud of you.
Why?
Because you did something different. You've always been so predictable.
Oh, great. Here we go.
It's true. You know it's true. Kissing Beethoven is something that's so completely out of character for you.
What do you mean?
Well, for a straight guy to kiss a gay guy, that's like something that's hot.
Well, what if I'm not straight?
Are you coming out of the closet?
I didn't say that.
But you did not say it either.
Not saying something isn't the same as saying something.
No offense, CB, but I don't think you're cool enough to be gay. Don't get me wrong. I love you to death. But if I had to imagine you giving a shit about home decoration or musical theater, I just don't see it.
All right, now you're using stereotypes.
Oh, sorry. Miss Manners. But I'm in a bit of a shock right now.
We had sex too.
Fucking excuse me?
Yeah. After the party, we left and had sex.
Holy fucking shit. You're a homo, CB.
Just because I did something that I wanted to do doesn't make me a homo. I smoke pot, doesn't mean I'm a pothead. I drink plenty of beer, doesn't make me a drunk. You set that little redhead girl's hair on fire, doesn't make you a pyromaniac.
Well, actually, technically it does.
Okay, bad example.
Are you going to do it again?
I don't know. Maybe?
Do you have feelings for him?
I don't know. I've grown up questioning everything I do. When we were kids, everybody, mostly you, told me what I was doing was wrong. It made me conscientious about everything. Christ! It takes me an hour to get dressed every morning. I'm always thinking about what people are going to say or what they're going to think. And when I kissed him, I didn't care or wonder what anyone was going to think. I just did it.
That wasn't an answer.
I can't stop thinking about it.
It sounds like you love him.
What do I do?
You have to tell him.
I can't.
Then resign yourself to being alone for eternity.
I love it when you get melodramatic.
God. I miss you.
I miss you too.
So, I guess this means we're not getting back together when I get out.
Oh, so now you want to get out of here, huh?
No, fuck yeah. I didn't realize what I was missing. Oh, by the way, my brother told me about your dog. I'm really sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a shame I'm locked up in here and we could have cremated him. Sorry, bad joke.
Hey, why'd you do it?
What? But burn the bitch's hair off, torture tresses, light her locks?
Tell me.
Her hair is a symbol of innocence, and my lighter is a symbol of corruption. God told me to do it. The devil made me do it. Charles Manson is just so damn convincing. She is Joan of Arc, and I'm the townspeople of Salem. I did it for Jodie Foster. Boredom, plain and simple. I mean, it was a cry for help, a plea for insanity. Red rum, red rum.
Will you please be serious?
Can't we just blame the government or the educational system, puberty, PMS, my parents?
No.
Fine. Then I did it because I felt like it.
That's no excuse.
Really? You used it no more than 5 minutes ago.
Public displays of affection and random acts of kindness are two different things.
Are they? They say that love and hate are the closest to emotions.
I'll bite. Why do you hate the little redheaded girl?
Because you loved her.
Yeah, when I was like 8.
Touche.
You did it because of me.
Yes. I just love you so intensely that it borderline psychotic, and you're all I ever think of.
Seriously?
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. It's the lithium talking.
I'm gonna go now.
Wait, don't. I was pregnant.
Why can't you be honest with me like I've been with you?
I am. I was pregnant. Don't worry, it wasn't yours. I had just gotten an abortion the day before, and the next day in biology, we were ironically learning about reproduction. I'm listening to Miss Rainey talking about fallopian tubes and the uterus, eggs, and I'm feeling sick to my stomach already, trying to zone out on anything I can. So I start reading a note over the bitch's shoulder, and Miss Puritanical Princess is writing a note telling her friend how happy she is that she's a virgin and that she's going to stay that way until she gets married, and how repulsed she is by all of the whores in our school. Without thinking, I reached into my pocket for my cute little red big lighter, and I lit her cute little red hair on fire. And every day in therapy, they ask me if I'm sorry yet, and I just can't be. No matter how hard I try, these kids that we're surrounded by, these zombies, were walking the corridors trying so hard to look, act, and feel like everybody else. But they make me sick. They've made me sick. I am officially sick, psychotic, unrepentant, and unremorseful. They've branded me a sociopath, and I have no choice but to believe them.
Pregnant?
Pregnant.
You're fucking with me again. I guess I should get going. I think visiting time is just about up.
Hey, I'm glad you came.
Yeah, me too.
Before you go, I guess I don't have to ask how everyone reacted.
Your incarceration?
I meant the kiss.
Are you kidding? We hightailed it out of there so fast I didn't even have time to look.
Smart kid.
Although I think my sister mouthed, "I hope you die" at me across the breakfast table this morning. But the clock is ticking, and I guess I'll find out how everybody else votes tomorrow at school.
Good luck.
Thanks.
CB, I'm so proud of you for breaking through. For setting one foot outside the norm and giving no apologies. Hey, promise me that you won't apologize.
I won't.
I have faith in you.
Thanks.
And next time when you come, if you could, just maybe stick a book of matches up your ass. I'd be your best friend forever.
You already are. Lights out. In darkness.
Hey, Blackhead, You forgot your scarf.
The sound of a cell door closing, then the sound of a school bell ringing. Salisbury steak. Lights up on Marcy, Trisha, Van, and Matt eating lunch in the cafeteria. They are eating in silence.
I hate Salisbury steak.
No response.
Hey, don't you guys hate the obligatory scene in teen movies where someone describes all of the inhabitants of each table? You know, like how they say the stoners sit there, the cool kids sit there, the geeks sit there, blah, blah, blah. It's in every movie. Don't you guys hate that?
No
I think
response.
we're dodging a certain topic here. One that perhaps needs to be addressed. I mean, we can talk about this like adults, right? I know I'm not the only one with an opinion, and he is our friend. So all I'm saying is that, oh, Jesus Christ, will someone just fucking say something already?
About what?
CB, dumbass.
Oh, I saw him in the halls. I like the shirt he's wearing.
Matt
Well,
sits and sees. The girls look at Van like he's insane.
well, the Bible says that homosexuality is a sin, I think.
Good. That's good. The lines of communication are open. Would anyone else like to share?
They all look at her like she's nuts. She's embarrassed.
I mean, yeah, I hate Salisbury steak too.
Dude, you know what's even worse than Salisbury steak? Mexican pizza. I fucking hate Mexican pizza. It's like they didn't even invent it, so why do they swoop into high school cafeterias and try to take credit for it? If I want Mexican food, I'll go get a taco, not a pizza. It just doesn't make sense, right? It's like, I don't know, like Australian spaghetti or some shit like that. It just doesn't make sense. Fuck, man. Why don't we ever have tacos? Or like burrito day? If I was class president, I'd insist on burrito day. Not this Mexican pizza shit, but you know what else is good? Hamburgers. Even in a high school cafeteria, a hamburger's always nice. You sort of can't go wrong with it. Sure, the meat's always a little tough and the bun's always a little hard, but I can eat a hamburger, yo. But only if it's...
Matt's so pissed he can no longer contain it, slams his fist against the table. They all look at him shocked.
Not right.
See? He understands. There's no such thing as Mexican pizza.
Sweetie, I think he's talking about CB.
Oh.
Well, the Bible says.
I don't give a shit what the Bible says. It's just fucking wrong. It's disgusting, and it's just wrong. And I fucking hate that kid for fucking with my best friend's head.
He looks like he might cry out of anger and frustration.
What are you going to do?
I'm not gonna stand by as my best friend becomes a... You know.
Maybe you should have a talk with Beethoven.
Maybe I should beat his fucking face in.
Violence never solves anything. Okay, I'm wrong. Actually, it does. But for the sake of your friendship with CB, perhaps you should have a civilized conversation with Beethoven, something along the lines of, it really hurts me that you're pursuing a sexual relationship with my friend.
Trisha's right. Just tell him that, you know...
Oh, tell him that the Bible says it's wrong.
No. Tell him that CB is like dead or something. We can all pretend like he's dead, but he's not really. But Beethoven will think that he is, and then he'll stop liking him. And then we'll all tell CB that Beethoven is dead. And then they'll both think that the other is dead. It's genius. I'm a fucking genius.
Beethoven is dead.
Matt stands up and leaves, his fist clenching. Silence.
He seems really pissed. Do you think one of us should go after him?
No, I find it's best not to interfere with feuding lovers.
Are Beethoven and CB feuding?
I meant Matt and CB. Ding dong.
You've completely lost me.
Oh my God. You guys are so blind. Matt's in love with CB. That's what this is all about. It doesn't take Nancy Drew to solve that case. I figured it out and I'm the stupid one.
I don't buy it.
CB's sister enters and heads towards their table.
The only thing you buy comes in a baggie from a guy who calls himself the Doer.
Blow me.
Thinking he's talking to her, CB's sister runs away in disgust.
Repressed homosexual anger isn't all that uncommon. Why do you think he hates Beethoven so much? Let me give you an example. Take fatty fat ass Frida. I think we can all agree that she's a giant blimp of a human being, correct? Frida weighs like 100 pounds.
Shut up, Van. Now, don't you think she's jealous of us because we're pretty and popular? So much so that she probably dwells on how much she hates us all day long?
No, but you do. You're the one who hates her. So it must be you that's jealous of her. That's it. You're Matt and she's Beethoven.
No, my little stoned friend. You missed the turn and are heading towards a dead end.
Move over, Nancy Drew. Scooby-Doo's driving this truck. Holy shit. And you're in love with Frida.
We're not lesbians.
Trisha and Van look at Marcy strangely, who looks away sheepishly holding a spoonful of jello.
At least I'm not.
What's that supposed to mean, you twat?
Oh, nothing. I just think it's really strange how you never used to invite me to your sleepovers with her in 8th grade.
That's because you make weird sex sounds when you sleep.
I do not.
You're both assholes. I'm not jealous of Frida, and I'm not in love with her either. She and Craig Wendowski can have each other. I hope she gets lost in her fat rolls.
She runs out of the cafeteria in tears. They eat their lunch in silence.
This is the cool table, right?
The lights fade out as they continue to eat their lunch. The wilderness. Lights up on Beethoven at the piano. He's playing Revolutionary Etude by Chopin. CB enters with a brown paper sack. He starts unpacking lunch on the piano. I brought you lunch. Beethoven stops. He gives CB a look of despair and frustration. Hey, we made it halfway through the day, and I only got called a queer 3 times.
That's because people aren't scared to beat them up.
Don't worry. I've already started spreading the word that if they mess with my boyfriend, I'll be kicking some ass. He kisses the top of Beethoven's head.
Your boyfriend.
Well, I thought the other night sort of sealed the deal.
Slow down, CB.
Why?
Because I don't want a boyfriend.
Nonsense.
We shared a moment.
We shared more than that.
This can't happen.
What can't?
We can't just start a relationship. I mean, you gotta be a little more realistic.
Give people time. They'll get used to the idea.
How can I expect people to get used to the idea when I'm not used to the idea?
I'm falling in love with you.
This is retarded.
You like yogurt?
No.
Shit, neither do I. Was hoping you'd want it. Ham or bologna?
CB, I really need to practice.
You really need to eat.
I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone.
Ham it is.
CB, just stop, okay? This isn't what I want.
What's the problem?
This is the problem. I'm a little stressed out right now, and I'm trying to calm my nerves by playing the piano, and you're turning to Donna Reed before my very eyes.
Who?
Never mind.
Huh?
Look, the other night was great. Let's just call it one of those things. You go back to being yourself, and I'll even let you hit me now, and then for old time's sake. This exchange is just too weird.
How so?
You're not gay!
Well, you're probably right.
Good! Now we're getting somewhere.
That's right. I'm not attracted to guys, but I'm attracted to you.
Oh, but I am a guy, and so are you. This makes this homosexual.
Remember the other day when I asked you if you were gay and you said you didn't know? You'd never been with a man before? Well, now you have. So, what's the verdict?
I don't know. I'm trying not to think about the other night.
I can't think of anything else. Fine, I'll leave you alone.
Thank you.
But eat something. You're too skinny.
Fine.
Grabs his backpack and starts to exit.
CB,
Turns a look at him.
just give me time.
Yeah. He leaves. Once the coast is clear, Beethoven smiles.
Oh my God.
He resumes his playing and he can't get the grin off his face. Several moments pass. Matt enters unseen by Beethoven.
Hey there, Liberace.
Beethoven stops playing and turns around. He's trying so hard to conceal the fact that he's terrified, but it's hard for him.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Huh. Where's your boyfriend?
He's not my boyfriend. I didn't have anything to do with what happened the other night.
You sort of did.
Just leave me alone, okay? Please. I didn't do anything.
So, are you two like a couple now? Are you gonna parade around the halls holding hands? go to prom together?
Why, Matt? Are you jealous? Pissed off that I stole your boyfriend?
Matt's behind Beethoven, who's still seated at the piano. He grabs Beethoven's hair and yanks his head back and gets up close to Beethoven's ear.
If I see you talking to him ever again, I'll kill you. You got that? You goddamn faggot!
He releases him and starts to back away slowly. Beethoven doesn't turn around. He thinks that Matt has left. He resumes his song.
Yeah. Fuck you too, Big Ben.
Matt's face fills with fury. The last thing we see before a sudden blackout is Matt lunging at Beethoven. Three sounds are heard simultaneously in the darkness. The sound of several keys being pressed, the sound of the piano lid being slammed down, and the sound of Beethoven letting out a scream like never heard before.
Ah!
I don't know.
Salutation. CB stands center stage. He delivers the following fighting back emotion. The ambulance pulled up to the school while I was in chemistry. I didn't hear about what Matt had done to him until after they'd taken him away. Every bone in both of his hands were broken. I raced to the hospital to see him, but the doctors wouldn't let me. Said they didn't want to see anyone. Next morning, I didn't go to school. I went back to the hospital and they told me he'd been released and his mother had taken him home during the night, but that he'd been rushed back to the hospital earlier that morning. Not breathing. He died of a deliberate overdose of his pain medication. He died of a suicide. The doctors were unable to resuscitate him. The sad thing is that his hands will never heal. And the broken parts of a dead body cannot heal. But what about the broken parts of a live one? I hope things are better for you. Sorry for unloading all of this. I bet this is the longest letter you've ever gotten. But thanks for listening. Sincerely, no, yours truly, or your pen pal, CB. School bell. Lights out. Peer counseling. The cast enters and sits on the edge of the stage. CB is miserable. He does not want to be there. Marcy's blubbering into a Kleenex. CB's sister is wearing for the first time what would be considered normal attire, despite the fact that it's black. A garbled voice, their teacher, comes from above in response.
I'll go first. Beethoven was very talented. I definitely connected with him on that level. His suicide was an enormous shock to me. Anyway, I mean, like, I never thought he would do something like this in a million years. That's all.
What do I think about it? Well, I mean, If I had to go, I would definitely want it to be of an overdose. What kind of pills were they anyway?
Doesn't matter. Our good friend is dead. You're being really insensitive. I just wish that he had called me. I would have totally told him everything would be okay and stuff. I don't think he had my number though.
I think Matt should be put in jail for the rest of his life. Or executed.
Why? He didn't kill him.
What Matt did led Beethoven to do what he did.
That's
Hearsay.
And he gets suspended for a week? A slap on the wrist? It's pathetic bullshit. Sorry. I just don't think it's fair.
Huh? How does his death make me feel? Stupid. Oh, come off it! No one even liked him. Who cares? He's dead.
God, that's rude.
That's life, Patty. The world is full of people who have tough lives, but do you see them killing themselves? No. There are people out there who can't walk, can't see. Do they give up? No, they keep going. Pathetic bullshit, sis? Suicide is pathetic bullshit. It's weak.
One might argue that suicide requires a great deal of courage.
One might argue that you've smoked away all of your brain cells and should shut the fuck up.
And you're Captain Courageous, CB? You didn't even go to his funeral. You couldn't even muster up the strength to go and say goodbye to him.
You're gonna say goodbye to me?
Don't you even feel the slightest bit of regret?
Oh, well, I regret all that. I regret everything. I wish that he was still here so that I could twist his arm behind his back and shove his face into a toilet and tell him that he sucks dick. And all of you can mourn your loss, but I'm over it. You know, I learned a valuable lesson in all of this. And thank God things are back to normal.
Yay, he's back to normal.
You call this normal?
And you two, do the school a favor. Put the bottle down and go to a meeting.
You can't talk to us like that.
Well, then let's stop talking. Why can't we all just forget about this? Forget about him. This is exactly what he so selfishly wanted. For us to sit around and pretend like he was still our best friend and sob about how much we'll miss him. Why are we honoring him? Let's just ignore him like we did before. Pretend like he's not here. Because he's not!
CB, you don't mean any of this. I know that you don't mean any of it.
Why don't you go pray away to your witchcraft goddess and ask her to bring him back as an actual human being, one with balls, and Matt can dive back into the dirt and dig the faggot up and break a few more bones. Then your sister can light him on fire and you can roll his ashes into a big fat joint and y'all can get high. Marcy, Trisha, here's to maggot food. And then we'll all come back here and we'll talk about how we feel.
When did you turn so hateful?
When I stuck my dick into the viper's nest and I got bit. He hits the wall and storms off. There's a long silence. They all stare at the ground. School bell. They all snap back to normal and begin to exit.
Does this mean that CB isn't gay anymore?
Never seen him like that before. He was so hot.
Okay, so now that he's over his gay thing, do you think he'll go out with me?
Get in line.
Don't you dare, bitch.
Lights out. Drama part 2. Lights up on CB's sister. She continues her one-woman show. This next part is delivered with sincerity and strength and isn't bad at all.
And when I poke my head out of my cocoon, I realized I had stayed inside for too long. I had unwittingly gone from platypus to beaver, walrus to chimpanzee to a human. I had evolved much more than I ever wanted to. Now I would learn to speak and learn to think and ask questions and make friends and lose friends and cry and laugh and maybe fall in love one day and maybe see that love go away and maybe climb a mountain. But I never wanted to do any of these things. I never wanted to feel this much. Platypuses don't feel things, do they? And now I'm trapped in this body that will always know regret. A girl who should have been a butterfly, but would still always want to be a platypus.
Lights out. Brothers and sisters. Lights up on CB, who was alone on stage, sitting and thinking. His sister enters.
Hey,
Hey,
are you okay?
why does everyone keep asking me that? I'm fine.
I know you didn't mean what you said today.
You're wrong. Because I did.
I know that you loved him.
Look, I went through something, some sort of phase. I don't know what it was, but I'm done with it now. Everything's okay. I'm back to normal. This is a good thing.
I don't believe that.
Just stop already, okay? Please. I want to move forward.
Is forgetting the past moving forward?
It is for me.
I know I was a real bitch about you two. It stung. That's okay though. In time, I would have been okay with it. I would have been great with it. We're different, you and me. We're special. We're not like them.
I am like them. I want to be like them.
That's sad. You know, when we were kids, I used to look up to you.
When I was a kid, I was a loser.
No, you weren't. You were great. A little different, but great. Recently, I've seen that quality in you again. That's the boy I love, the one that I'm proud to be related to.
Do you ever feel like you're not a real person? That you're the product of someone's imagination? You can't think for yourself because you're really like just some creation. And that somewhere there's people laughing at every time you fail? Guffawing at your miserable existence?
Laugh and the world laughs with you.
When have you ever seen you laugh?
You should try it.
Where did God go? It's like he just abandoned us. Not so much as a good luck. It's every man for himself now, and it just sucks.
I almost forgot this came for you.
She hands him an envelope, then leaves. He looks at it, and the wind is knocked out of him. The voice of the silent friend. The lights dim, CB stands alone in the center of the stage. He is holding in his hand the letter, and just staring at it, he opens it tentatively. The cast enters and stands in a semicircle around him.
Dear
CB.
How unexpected to get a letter from you after all these years.
I thought you had forgotten about me.
sounds like you're going through a pretty rough time and having to deal with situations that you feel like you can't handle.
But if anyone is equipped to deal with these things, it's you.
I promise that things will get better.
Hang in there. Be
Be
strong.
strong.
You're on mute.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I was talking to a girl the other day who told me of an incident that happened at her high school.
There
Was it a
boy.
Boy,
Bullied
Tormented.
tormented.
to the point of opening fire on the cafeteria. He was quiet and awkward. No one ever spoke to him unless it was to insult him. He took the lives of many innocent people. But was anyone innocent? The girl told me that no one extended a hand in friendship to this kid.
Matt walks to the other side of the stage and stands on his own.
She had
Saddened.
She said how she wished that she hadn't turned a blind eye to what he was going through.
She thinks to herself how differently things could have been through just one connection, no matter how great or small.
She lives where I live now, a place where there is no violence. Everyone treats others with kindness, love, and respect. If you can imagine such a place, I challenge you to do so. Think on it.
As for the questions that you're asking yourself and others, don't concern yourself with death. Concern yourself with life. Enjoy every moment of it that you are allowed to. Life is a process that can be both cruel and rewarding. But this story lies between two bookends.
Van crosses to the brick wall and sits on it.
Also, bear no malice for the ones who leave you.
The only regret they feel now is the regret of not being able to tell you how they really feel.
They wish that they could say goodbye to the ones they left behind.
But sometimes that's not possible.
Even in perfect happiness.
Even in Nirvana, they will
always have
this
this
regret.
Marcy and Tricia sit on the edge of the stage. Van's sister crosses to the piano and leans on it.
A boy recently came to live down the street from me. He's had a tough life, but things are better for him now. He plays the piano like your friend. I often hear music wafting from an open window where a small yellow bird sits. Sometimes I cry when I hear it, but mostly I smile.
CB's sister sits next to Van and puts her head on his shoulder. Beethoven enters, crosses to CB.
He found a dog who likes to sing along. He takes good care of the dog. When we talk, he tells me of a person he knew from where he used to live. Someone very special who means more than anything to him. A person that reminds me of you.
Beethoven takes a seat at the piano. I apologize for not being there for you before, and I'm not sure that I'll be able to write you again. Just know that there's someone out there thinking about you, someone who has a vested interest in your success. How I wish I had the opportunity to meet you. Maintain in your heart all that keeps you who you are. You are a good man. You're a pen pal. As the music reaches the end, he drops the letter to the ground, falls to his knees, finally able to cry for his dog, for his friend, for himself. End of.
I love this play.